Hello everyone, today we'll talk about my crypto portfolio for 2025. This video is going to be structured in the following way. First, we're going to recap the 2023 video where we talked about the 2024 portfolio. Then we're going to review the 2025 portfolio. We'll talk about the purpose of the portfolio. And at the end, very importantly, we'll talk about the future of crypto because a lot has happened in 2024. So make sure to watch the whole video. I promise it's worth it. Hello, my name is Theoretics. In this channel, I talk about crypto. Make sure to subscribe. I also have Discord. Make sure to join. There's a link in the description. Also follow me on X at Theoretics. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So in late December 2023, I did release a similar video and I really recommend that you watch it. I'll leave a link in the description so you can see how my mindset has shifted and what changes I'm making now in late 2024, early 2025. And with this current video, we will start with updating the 2024 portfolio. Then we will talk briefly about all the changes I made. And pretty much from that point, I will start revealing the portfolio which I will keep for 2025. Meaning that if you're joining now, no, you're not late, you're just joining in the middle of the party. As you can see, this is the previous portfolio, very big exposure across probably 60-ish crypto projects. We had a lot of L1s, different DeFi, a lot of gaming. We also have a lot of mixes here. The purpose of that portfolio was to get maximum exposure across variety of projects and across different fields because in late 2023, early 2024, we had no idea what the meta for next bull cycle, which is 2024-2025, is going to be. Well, we had some basic ideas, but not certainties. And now at late 2024, early 2025, we pretty much know what the runners are going to be for 2025. Briefly, let's cover the results. Don't mind those random digits to the right here. By the way, the prices and everything here, the snapshot is taken around 20th of December. So there might be some price differences. Don't mind them. Just look at the overall picture. We're early and a lot of the projects will do many access in 2025 anyway. So at the moment of recording at late 2023, the portfolio was 100k. That's just an example number, of course, because it's easy to calculate. And at the same time in 2024, after 1 year, you had a little bit over 200k. So as I said, the prices snapshot was around 17th or 18th of December. And I'm very conservative because early December 2024, the portfolio was close to 300k. But as I said, we're looking at the big picture. Also, a lot of the outs which are part of this portfolio did very good run in late Q1 in 2024. So let's be honest, we did took some profit. Meaning that if you babysit your portfolio, which you should do, probably you would be 3x, 4x by now. But for the purpose of simplicity, let's say you have made the portfolio late 2023, you have closed all your wallets, you're opening it after 1 year, well, you have doubled your portfolio. But the main point which I want to make here is that crypto is here to stay, mass adoption is coming, and having crypto portfolio exposure works. We did prove that throughout 2024. Now, after 1 year, we have more information to work with. We know which the potential runners are. We know what the meta for 2025 crypto bull cycle is. So we can bet, or let's say build our portfolio around those projects which have the bigger potential for potential bigger gains. Okay, let's start. Bitcoin, BTC, obviously position number 1, ultimate store of value, the digital gold, hedge against everything, the currency of the freedom, etc., etc. It's going to go only up from now on, as many say, and that's forever. So no brainer, at least 30% of your portfolio, my portfolio in this example, has to be in BTC in my opinion. And that's for many reasons. Because of the mass adoption, fastest growing ETFs are fact. Yesterday I saw that the BlackRock's gold ETF took around 30 years to go to 33 billions. And it took only 1 year for the BTC ETF to reach 60 billion. I mean, that should tell you something. Outside of that, a lot of big companies are getting Bitcoin exposure. Governments all around the world start to talk about BTC becoming strategic reserve, and some are getting Bitcoin exposure. If the current US administration really goes for the BTC strategic reserve, price will probably go vertical. It's just mass adoption is coming. So whenever you buy Bitcoin, you are late. DCA all the pullbacks is the proven to work strategy, but as promised, more for that at the end of the video. Okay, outside of Bitcoin, we have many projects out there which hide greater gain potential for 2025. That's why we will diversify our portfolio for potential maximum growth. Next two projects which I'm going to reveal are Ethereum and also Solana. Yes, we are adding Solana in the blue chip mix compared to 2023 where we had only Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I will explain why. But let's first cover Ethereum. Again, no brainer. I'm not gonna say much, but we'll have to have Ethereum exposure because it will most likely reach at least 5 digits in 2025. And it will always remain the father of smart contracts, and crypto is what crypto is nowadays with the help of Ethereum. At some point at 2024, I did sell all my Ethereum for Solana, but I did buy back some just because of what Ethereum is. And that's why I'm putting 10% of my portfolio into Ethereum. What an year for Solana. The ecosystem is booming. I'll just tell you this one thing which is going to blow your mind. Half of the crypto users, and I mean from all crypto users, are on Solana right now. Let that sink in. Like the mass adoption role of Solana it's huge. Solana and the memes there and Jupiter ecosystem will help immensely for the mass crypto adoption. It's just crazy. Solana has the most devs, best projects, most users. It's no brainer. I hear often predictions that Solana will hit 4K, 5K in 2025. Now, I don't think that's possible, at least not that early in 2025, but who knows? Crypto is crazy. We may see soon Solana ETFs, and that will push the price as well. But the realistic goal between 800 and 1.6, 1.8K is very, very possible. As I said, at some point I did swap all my Ethereum for Solana, and I did catch one of the nice soul pumps. But on the other hand, still it is what it is, and we have to have from both of them. But in my eyes, Solana will be the bigger runner in 2025 when we are comparing it with it. So that's why I have 15% of my portfolio here. Now, as you can see, those three, which I considered as the blue chips, take 55% of my overall portfolio. And now we're moving on with our portfolio list. We have some L1s. A lot of L1s did launch in 2024. I mean, they did launch tokens, but overall we have too many of them, too many of those L1s. And in my opinion, most of them will fail. We have seen so many fail airdrops in 2024 from the L1s that it's not even an argument that most of the L1s will probably not survive very long. But I did pick some which have great potential, and we'll talk about them now. The first one is probably a no-brainer, Sui, and probably don't have my snapshot here correctly because I was doing it, as I said, late 2024, and Sui did hit $5 recently. But anyway, what Sui is, and I did cover the ecosystem with a video early 2024, I don't remember, because there was airdrop potential there. Anyway, Sui is, just imagine Solana before 2 years. That's pretty much Sui. That's the potential of Sui. Very good ecosystem, a very solid airdrops, community is growing. I was in Sui from, as I said, early 2024, and I did observe the ecosystem across the whole 2024. Yeah, recently we did hit $5, and I was doing the snapshot around 390. Anyway, on the pullback you can generate, obviously. So it has more and more potential. Target between $20 and $30 is no brainer. If Sui does like 20% of what Solana did, well, we're talking about an easy 10x. But prices zoom out when you are in doubt and look for the bigger picture. The altcoin season, which we are all waiting for, is going to start after BTC finds the cycle top. So we are quite far from that. And all the alts currently are on a big discount. Well, Sui maybe not, but it will probably do a pullback at some point. So if you want to get into Sui, wait for that and DCA there. I have 3% of my portfolio in Sui. I think it has great potential. Moving on, we have internet computer with 1% of my portfolio. Part of the new technology wave where you can build systems without the need of the big tech and the current sector as we know it. where apps are immune to cyber attacks, unstoppable, capable of processing tokens, can run under DAO. You can build anything Web3 related. It's just, as I said, part of the new wave, new technology wave. I'm allocating 1% here. It's one of the more OG projects, so quite of a safe, let's say, a safe bet on the current price, which is around $11-12. Moving on, we have HBAR, which is another OG, very good team behind it. Some people hate the project, some love it. I do like the project. I have made money with it. I'm a long time holder. It's USA based. Currently, it's the best time to be a USA crypto related project because of the new pro crypto administration, especially if you are ISO 2022 compliant. HBAR did 5x, 10x in 2024. It has more potential. I have solid 1% here. Real world asset tokenization is going to see a lot of money flowing into that field, so we have to have such exposure, and HBAR is an OG project which has, in my opinion, very good potential. It was holding around 4-5 cents a long time. Now it's 30 cents, but still it's undervalued. As I said, crypto out season has not even started yet, so yeah, that's 1% of my portfolio. Moving on, we have Cardano, the good old Cardano, another OG, 1% here. It's time for Cardano to unleash its full potential and become better Ethereum, let's say. If that will happen, it will happen in 2025. I don't know what to say more. I'm long time holder, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Overall, it's a low risk project which will do good in 2025. I'm not very super excited because we have held Cardano for years, right? And it's barely moving, but now it has everything, and nothing is going to stop it from releasing its full potential, and it should happen now in the following altcoin season sometime in 2025. Moving on, we have Say, another project which is it has parallel and fast transactions. It's very fast and it has parallelism, and it's one of my more risky bets, but Say can easily go to $3-4, something like that in the altcoin season. It has a big gain potential. I did buy Say in early 2024. I did spoke about it because it was, parallelism was very hot back then and very hyped, and I did bought around 20 cents. Say went to $1, so I made very nice amount of money there, and I'm still keeping 1% for 2025 because it did made a very nice pullback, and currently it's one of those a little bit lower prices ones that have big potential, let's say. Also, it's connected with the Cosmos ecosystem, and I feel it's one of the projects which are related and can do good, despite the fact that Cosmos is not really moving a lot nowadays. Moving on, we have Avalanche, AVAX, another 1% here. RWA, a lot of big partnerships with companies and also USA government. It will thrive in 2025 in my eyes. RWA it will be one of the big niches, as I said already. Another 1% of my portfolio goes here. They also have gaming, so I'm kind of also covering gaming with AVAX. A big project, OG, will do good in 2025. As I said, one of the no-brainers. Moving on, we have XRP, which is not technically an L1, but XRP is what XRP is. Already did few X's, but potential is there. It's like Cardano. It's now is the time for XRP and Cardano to kind of unleash their full potential. Especially now when SEC, I mean, we all do owe big thanks to XRP for the long, like what was like 6-7 year fight, and they did, maybe it's 5, I don't know. Anyway, they did win the SEC war for literally all of crypto. Now Gary Gensler, which was the SEC chairman, did resign, obviously because of the new administration, but also XRP case did help a lot in my opinion. I mean, he lost the war against crypto, so XRP is a big wave. More potential here. They did launch stablecoin before a few days. Nothing can stop them now, as I said, to unleash their full potential. 2025 should be their year, right? I'm not a fan of the project because the ownership holds like 50% of the token, and that was really ongoing argument back in the day. Anyway, I did sell a lot of my XRP positions on the two pumps which we have seen, but I'm still holding 1% of the portfolio in XRP, chasing the future gains. Pretty much that's with the L1 section. Now we are moving to the L2s, which here I'm gonna reveal both of them. I have two projects here, which are Arbitrum and Optimism. They are kind of similar, but not exactly, but similar. Anyway, and that will be my L2 exposure. They both have a good TVL, good prices, good teams, good tech, good fan base, good everything. But they're kind of old projects, and I feel there is space for something better in the L2 space. So here I'm a bit reserved, and in the future, depending on what happens, we'll see what's going to happen. But I might move 1% from the OP, and I might move the both 2% also from Arbitrum, depending on what we see. But my plan for OP is based on base chain, like because now with the new USA administration, which is pro crypto, Base Chain might launch a token. They also might do an airdrop, and I really like Base, and I think it has good potential as L2, or at least in my opinion, one of the better Ethereum L2s, Ethereum-based L2s. We'll see. That's my plan. I have 2% here, 1% in Arbitrum, 1% in Optimism. Arbitrum is kind of, I think, the more solid one. Optimism is the one in question here, which I might swap in base if we see base token, etc. So a lot of ifs here, but I'm just want to tell you what my plan is. Now, with all that said, we are done with L1s and L2s, and we are moving to DeFi. And here in the DeFi section, the first name is Jupiter. And as you can see, we have big chunk of our portfolio, which is 5%. Into Jupiter. In my opinion, the best ecosystem currently in crypto. They were, and they are still printing money. Recently, the Jupiter vote did pass with yes. That was the second vote, but in general, what it means is that it's guaranteed that in January 2025, after a week or after 2 weeks, around 2 weeks, we will get Jupiter airdrop 700 millions for participating in the ecosystem. And then if you are new, don't worry, because in January 2026, we are going to get another 700 millions as airdrop for ecosystem participation. The snapshot for 2025 was taken in November, early November, 2nd of November anyway, but it means that if you're starting now, you have a whole year to participate in the Jup ecosystem. Own Jup, you can own and stake Jup, and for participating in the voting, you're guaranteed an airdrop at early 2026. Obviously, you can also use the aggregator Jup AG, where you can swap perpetual, trade meme coins, onboard, mobile, no fees. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jupiter is they have done so much in 2024. It's crazy. You cannot count the things you have achieved. And in general, Solana was the biggest airdrop ecosystem in 2024. Current price of Jupiter is around 94 cents. There will be an airdrop. There might be some dump here, so there might be a very nice opportunity to gain your Jupiter exposure if you're planning on doing so. As I said, end of January we are going to get airdrop, but there is also another vote which did pass earlier before the airdrop one, where the stakers did decide that Jupiter has to burn 30% of the Jup tokens. So burning 30%, which will happen also in around 2 weeks at Cat Istanbul in Turkey. Well, we don't know if the price is going to dump or dump down, or is going to go up. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Anyway, point is that I have 5% of my portfolio here because Jupiter currently is the best ecosystem out there. Next, again, part of the Jupiter ecosystem, we have JLP. This is the Jupiter Perpetual token. This is the Jupiter Perpetual token, and this start buying it a little bit above $1. Currently, it's $4.40, but it's still early. So what's JLP? The idea is to just buy and hold the token. The price will continue to go up in the bull cycle, and in my opinion, it's another no-brainer. JLP is an index fund of SOL, Ethereum, BTC, USDC, and USDT. The traders which are inside that ecosystem, they borrow from the pool so they can open leveraged positions on the perpetual in order to get a share of that pool. You just buy and hold JOP. You can swap it for anything on JupAG, the aggregator. You can see the graph, right? From the launch, you can see the graph, right? It is steady and it's going up. And of course, at some point, when you think it's the moment for you to sell your soul, well, you sell also your JLP. Moving on, we have Camino. Camino is a marketplace for money inside the Solana ecosystem. And honestly, I was thinking to sell my Camino at 24, but I didn't, honestly. Anyway, currently it's on a pullback. Nice time to join. And a lot of the time it was like 2, 3, 4 cents and went up to 24, but it's still early. Camino is one of the better, as I said, marketplaces for money in Solana. Here you can make money by depositing and providing liquidity. So you can deposit your Solana here, provide liquidity, and you can also, for example, deposit your JOP and borrow money for that deposit and then use it somewhere else. If you're new at first, it might look a little bit complicated, so you have to do some research. But the idea here is that Camino also have token, which they're kind of doing airdrops from time to time. Currently, we're in season 2, and after that, it's going to be season 3, etc., etc. So you can also get your Camino and stake it here and participate in the governance, and it's going to also give you different boosts, etc., etc. Point is that Camino as token has price potential. At least in my eyes, it can reach around between $1 and $2, and that's why it takes 1% my portfolio. Moving on, we have Injective, and this is from Cosmos ecosystem. And besides, say this is my only Cosmos ecosystem project which I'm keeping exposure with. We had a very nice run towards $50 in early 2025. I did take profit now. I did rebuy it on the pullback. As I said, this is the one which I'm keeping from Cosmos ecosystem because Cosmos ecosystem did not do very well in 2024, so I'm kind of almost out of there. I have some, but I'm almost out of there. And by the way, I took the decision before I knew about Injective 3.0, where with a vote of 99.9% from the community, we all have decided that Injective is going to become deflationary asset through burning. So meaning that they'll we'll start burning tokens, and that will help the price to go up. Less tokens, more demand, higher prices, right? So Injective, one of the better projects out there, part of the Cosmos ecosystem, built on Cosmos stack, versatile, can bring different tokens from different chains. It's one of the, as I said, more interesting projects, and I'm keeping 1% of my portfolio here. Moving on, we have Chainlink. The leader of DeFi oracles. Most DeFi applications use Chainlink to access data feeds. Their use cases has increased a lot in the past year. Again, no brainer, one of the OGs, 1% of the portfolio is here. After Chainlink, we have Uniswap, which is I don't know why it's not loading here, but CoinMarketCap a bit laggy today, I guess. I don't know. Uniswap, the biggest DeFi on-chain marketplace on Ethereum. They have a token also, which is called Uni. There is also ongoing news about potential airdrop, especially for OG users. We're allocating 1% here just because it's the biggest on Ethereum. We have to have some exposure there. Price potential is there for the bull cycle, by the way. So again, one of the safer bets. We have Crow, and a lot of people don't like the project, right? Crow is by crypto.com, and that's why most people don't like it. They're native cryptocurrency for the Kronos chain. The reason I have them is that they do very well during bull cycles, and it's an OG project. I have made decent amount of money with them, so pretty much that's why I like them. It's because I made money with them. I keep 1% here. They do very good in bull cycles, and as you can see here, 2021 priced 89 cents. Currently it's 16 cents. Even if we don't make a new all-time high, it's still, the potential is there, right? Moving on, we have a Filecoin, which I believe is the last from the DeFi list. Filecoin, as you can see here, in 2021 we were talking about $183, and currently we are at $6. I don't know if we're gonna hit that, but price potential is there because Filecoin is the biggest open source and decentralized crypto project for storage and data, and all governance is in the hands of the users, and the website is not loading, and maybe my internet is trash at the moment. Anyway, here, if you're a dev, you can create similar but decentralized services like iCloud and or similar to Dropbox. You're getting the point, right? Decentralized services. Everyone can join, everyone can provide storage and earn income. For doing so, is the best crypto data OG project out there. 1%. It's not loading the website, but the problem is not in the website. It's in my computer. Probably my internet is having some loss or whatever. Anyway, we don't have much time, so let's move on because it's a long video. Moving on to the next field. Some will be surprised, some not, but yeah, we're gonna be talking about memes. Why memes? Well, because the top 5 runners, aka profit gainers in 2024, were all memes. Yeah, memes are the other big mass adoption helper when we talk about crypto that will onboard the masses to crypto. Just, people buy memes. They love memes. We'll see memes to develop a lot in 2025 and forward. We see different incentives. There can be variety of different usages. Despite that it's a fun token, no, it has no purpose. People buy cools. People buy it because it's a nice animal. People buy it because it's actual meme. So it's kind of the purest. Of course, there are people who are launching memes with bad intentions, but that's fact across all different projects. Let me review actually I'm gonna review everything here, and we're gonna just talk about memes in general, right? I'm allocating 10% of my portfolio in memes. As you can see here, I'm getting out of Cosmos compared to the 2024 portfolio. I'm getting out of Cosmos, I'm getting out of gaming a lot, and I'm increasing the meme portfolio. Also memes are the riskiest field of all, but if you know what you're doing, you should be fine, at least in my opinion. Do some research, of course. As long as you can consume the fact that, for example, today you can buy Chill Guy. Chill Guy was one of the latest memes which did explode. So imagine today you're buying Chill Guy on 200 million market cap, right? Tomorrow it can be 30, 50 million market cap, and then in 2 weeks it can be 2 billions. As long as you can consume that and be okay with that, you will be fine with memes. You just need the right mindset because they're very volatile. That's why they're producing the biggest runners. So if you see, if tomorrow we have an X meme which is exploding, is going to 700, 800 million market cap, don't fucking buy it there, right? All memes which are surviving, they have 80% pullback. So if you see something going to 800 millions tomorrow and it's a very new coin, don't buy it there. Wait for the 80%, 90%, whatever pullback is, where it's gonna find a bottom. You see that the community is still there, but it's growing. You see that the holders are growing. Well, you buy there, right? And then you ride the next pump, because the memes will always dump 80%. That's how they are in general. So yeah, they are wild, but they will also produce the biggest runners in 2025 as well, or at least most of the biggest runners, biggest gainers. So if you have the right mindset, you should be fine. Those are the ones which I do hold. Pepe, I made a lot of money with Pepe. It's 8 billion, but it still has a lot of potential to grow, like Doge. Maybe Pepe is gonna do like Doge, what Doge did in 2021, which was I think around 18 billion in the top of the cycle. Pepe has the potential to do that. Now, obviously, there are a lot of memes which will go to 10 billion, 20 billion, and they're not even in the billions currently. But I do hold Pepe because I made money and I like it. I do hold Doge because I hold Doge since there is Doge, and I just love it. Doge don't has a lot of potential. It can make 3x, 4x, I don't know, 5x maybe, but that's kind of the maximum. I don't think it's gonna do very. It's gonna provide very big returns, but they do have Doge. You can choose to swap the initial two with something else. Down here we have some suggestions for good ones, and Uh, Recently, we have this Pudgy, or let me add it by Pudgy Penguins, which might be a good also, and I did review the next section. But anyway, my point is that I have some suggestions here. Popcat, Bread, which is the biggest one on base chain. Mog AI 16Z, very nice AI. Me, Apu, Ponke, Bully, which is also AI. Retardu, which is called Billy, which is Animal. Pudgy, which is Animal, but and they have very nice, very big following. So there are a lot of other ones which you can get. The rest which I hold are Bonk, has very good potential. Though we had, which has amazing potential. Simon's Cat, which has huge following and it's very underpriced in my opinion, around 250 million. That should go in the billions. Peanut, we all know the story about the squirrel, which kind of helped also Trump to win the elections. Mudeng Gold, which is AI called Gigachild, Chill Guy, of course. We gave it as an example. All of them have 1%. I'm allocating 10% here, right? Some of them are subject to change. Here you have to do some research. It's just be smart about it. Don't buy the tops. Just always wait for that 80. If you like something and you're seeing it booming now, don't buy it right now. Wait for the 80% pullback and buy it there and just hold it. And when you see another 10x, 20x from it, sell it, take profits. That's, I mean, across 2025, you have targets. Let me show you here. There is a reason why I have those. The blue chips, they have 3x, 5x potential. The green ones, which are low risk, they have the 10x potential, right? Or let's say the 5x to 15x potential. And then the orange ones, they have those maybe 20x potential. But if you see something, like if you see Sui going to $20, start selling, right? Maybe rebuy on the pullback, but you have to start taking profit at some point, especially with the memes here, right? If you have a Peanut, or let's say Simon's Cat, if you get Simon's Cat to 250 million and you see it going to 1 billion, 1.5 billion, well, sell it, right? Go into the next. So you have to babysit your portfolio. Anyway, that's memes. I have 10% here. You can reduce that to 5%. I mean, I'm not giving you any advice. It's just what I'm doing. I like memes. I hold a lot of memes. I like to trade the memes. I like to, track wallets and find those new memes which are about to explode, etc., etc. Moving on from memes, we have the next field, which is the AI field. I'm revealing it the whole because I did already review it. So we have Render, WorldCoin, and Fed here. They all hold 1% of my portfolio. First is Render. We are currently seeing it going up, by the way. What was the snapshot? 7.8. Currently we're 8.7. Anyway, we have to have AI sector exposure, and those are my picks here. Render, GPU rendering network and marketplace, where it connects everyone, gives them the ability to rent rendering power, and it's, as they say, the advancing next generation of rendering and AI technology. So Render should do good in the upcoming bull cycle. Probably an easy 10x in my opinion. We'll see what's gonna do in the altcoin season. Moving on, we have WorldCoin. Most people do hate WorldCoin, and I don't like the project myself, but because obviously when you scan your retina, it's on one of those balls, it's kind of, identity is forever there somewhere, so I'm gonna never use it in real life, right? But I do like the gains. Now, initially I did bought it around down here around the door. I did sell around the $12. We get that this very nice up run in first quarter of 2024. They catch that 12x. It spoke about WorldCoin, that it has the potential to do something like that because it's a hype project. OpenAI is obviously very big funding. So I see, and then very massive dump, by the way. And honestly, I was not following the project, but it did dump again to $1, which is crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I did sold 80% of my holdings now. I did now currently in my portfolio have some around 1% of the portfolio. And currently it's on very low price. I think this one is gonna do very well in the bull cycle. It's a hype thing, and they're gonna pump it for a new all-time high probably. And currently it's in a big discount. So WorldCoin, the real human network, yeah, right. I mean, I'm not telling you to go and scan your Reddit. I'm just telling you about the project because there are gains potentials. Moving on, we have FED, which stands for Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, Water and Islands, Fetch AI. Open marketplace for AI agents. Now, AI agents, they are all over the place. Everyone's these training agents nowadays. There are a lot of meme coins which are agents, blah blah blah. So agents are here to stay. Soon we're gonna talk only, the initial support is gonna be all agents. The initial administration is gonna be all agents. Everything's gonna be AI, right? Fetch AI is my pick here. Safe bet, booming industry. It should do very good in 2025. And I have 1% my portfolio here. And those three are my AI bets for my portfolio. And I have some memes which are AI oriented, but they are memes, so I mean, they're not here. Moving on to the last section, we have gaming here. And I moved out of gaming a lot, despite the fact that some of the projects did made 2x, 3x, etc. And I was selling the whole mini gaming cycle, let's say. I did sold everything with some remaining, but I'm looking to transfer them all to those three. Superverse, Beam, and Gala Gaming, all holding 1% of my portfolio. Superverse, it was very low, by the way, and yeah, currently it's going. It was in a pull. It's currently in a pullback, by the way. What's my snapshot? 166. Okay. So we're not so far. It's even under. Anyway. Superverse, the new Tokyo ecosystem, two big YouTubers kind of behind it, Elio Trades and Alex Becker, and kind of they are pushing it, right? When there is when the next gaming cycle comes, they're gonna push the price. It's my idea here is to just sell the top and get out. It's nothing more. They have games. Ecosystem is again. They have a lot of fan base. They have a lot of social media coverage. So kind of they will onboard people, right? And Superverse is gonna do well. I'm not sure if this is gonna go towards the $10, but maybe something closer to that. We'll see. Superverse is one of the better gaming projects to rely on. Beam on other side, on our gaming network here. I was in Beam. I did sold all my Beam around 0.04, and I did rebuy them around 0.015. So currently I hold around 1% Beam. A gaming network empowered by Merit Circle. They also have a treasury which in late 2023, as far as I remember, it was around 100 millions, which they managed to maintain across the bear season, which was kind of remarkable. And there is sound here. Excuse me about the sound. Ooh, I'm gonna close the website. So anyway, that treasury is now above 200 million. So they are growing, and it's one of the safer bets in the gaming niche. And I have 1% here. And the last one is Gawa Gaming, which they had some problems. The price was around 2 cents for a long time, but it's one of the OG projects, and I think it should recover. It should recover at least. Maybe we will not see a new all-time high, which was close to 80 cents, but even if we see half of it, it's still okay. It's one of the safer projects out there. I have 1% here. I'm keeping the 1%. I was thinking to swap Gawa for something, but I couldn't trust anything. Maybe this can be a subject to a change, right? The first two will remain, but maybe at some point in 2025, if I see that Gawa is still not moving, or it's moving super slow, I might change it for a different gaming project. But the rest, I'm happy with the rest, right? With the memes, as I said, you have to pick one of the bigger projects and just buy them on a low price and hold. And many of the memes are gonna go into the billions, and we have plenty of names here which are under 1 billion evaluation, and they will go into the billions. In my opinion, all of those were gonna go into the billions in the bull cycle, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm right, because I have allocations there, obviously. With all that said, I'm done with the portfolio for 2025. For future projects, as you can see, I keep 5%, or maybe I'm gonna buy some dips and just add more to the existing portfolio. I like to always have some money on the side, because you just want to react when some very nice chances appear. So that's kind of no-brainer in my opinion. You have to have some powder on the side. So out for future project 5%, and those are projects which I'm considering. BNB, VeChain. I was in BNB. I got out. I might return back. I'm not sure. BNB, VeChain. I was in VeChain. I sold on the pump. I might return. Phantom. I haven't been in FET. I sold. Near. I sold and a good price. Stacks, I have never been in stacks, but I'm considering. So those are projects which I do consider. If you don't like some of the projects which I suggest here, is my opinion. You might swap or do some research regarding those. And for example, if you don't like Crow, if you don't like Say, because they are a little bit, Camino maybe, you can consider some of those. They are also very, very solid. Now, with all that said, I want to do some free talk regarding crypto in general. That's the portfolio. You can, pause the video, rewatch it, whatever. The purpose of this portfolio, which I have built, is for the 2024-2025, because we are now in 2025 bull cycle. The intentions are that at some point we will go out of crypto with this portfolio and sell everything. Well, it's gonna be a process. You see Cardano doing 10x, sell it, or sell 50% and wait, and if it starts dropping, sell the rest, whatever. There's gonna be a process. So if you have this portfolio, 100K portfolio, you have to have goals, right? You have to have goals for Sui, maybe $20 for Sui. If you see $20, start selling. Internet computer, maybe $50. If you see $50, start selling. Solana, maybe 1K. If you see 1K, start selling, right? You have to babysit and start selling. This is the purpose of this portfolio. I have targets for all of the projects. As you can see here, we have them 10x, sell it, 20x, sell it, 3 to 5x, sell it. They're all marked. So the purpose of this portfolio is to have 100K. Maybe the goal is to make it 1 million. If you see the portfolio to grow to 1 million, sell it, go out of crypto. Be happy. Maybe you have missed some. The other approach is, of course, sell 90% of, keep 10% for the moon bag for each project, and to try to maximize if we get this super cycle, etc. But the overall idea is to grow this 100K to, let's say, 1 million, and then sell, go out all stable coins in the bear market, rebuy all that 1 million, next target on the next bull cycle, maybe 10 million, 20 million, sell again, grow your wealth. That's the purpose of that portfolio. And that's the way I would be speaking in 2023 and 2024 and 2021 and middle of 2024, etc. But because the cycles there are 4-year cycles. Historically, history has taught us that there are 4-year cycles. They're connected with interest rates and the USA elections, and we have kind of, the history is giving us a lot of good signs that the cycles are 4 years. We have 1 year of booming and then 3 years of pain. Anyway, my approach here will be a little bit different. And I'm talking from now on, and this is my kind of a free speech at the end of the video, and I encourage you to stay here and watch it. I also have a DCA portfolio, which I intend to keep forever and keep on DCAing. No matter bull cycle, bear cycle, whatever, DCA forever. Only solid projects, around 10 projects. I'm not gonna name names, but obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are in it, especially Bitcoin, of course. In that portfolio, Bitcoin is more than 50% of my holdings. by the way, and just keep them and DCA forever. All the pullbacks in the bull market, in the bear market, it just DCA, dollar cost average. I keep some money on the side. When the pullback happens, I buy more. Keep it there. The reason for that is because of what happened in 2024. It's something that we're waiting for the past 10 years to happen, right? Mass adoption. I'm talking about mass adoption. It's coming, guys. It's inevitable nowadays. It's just there's so many signs, there's so many confirmations. We are having pro crypto assignments everywhere. You know, leadership is changing everywhere over the world on government level. It's matter of time for the governments to get into crypto and gain that crypto exposure, probably throughout some form of strategic reserves. So, but it's gonna be on a global level, right? We got BTC and Ethereum ETFs and soon Solana probably, where BTC is the fastest growing ETF even ever known to the humanity. ETFs meaning big institutions and fund managers like BlackRock getting into the game in 2024, shifting their opinions from very negative to very positive, accepting Bitcoin as digital gold, calling it digital gold, and hedge against everything. That has to tell you something, right? They're also voting that everyone in the world has to have BTC exposure in their portfolios, all the companies and all the governments and everyone, and it's the saving grace for the normal person to hedge against its corrupt government, etc., and inflation. Well, those are the people who are managing all the money in the world. So if they are telling you something like that, you should listen, right? And when we add to that only 6% of the world population is kind of holding BTC, crypto has crypto exposure, not BTC, but crypto exposure. Besides that, we got more and more people getting into crypto. As I said, 6%, but that's gonna grow really fast. And ecosystems like Jupiter, for example, will help a lot for that. Overall, we are looking at potential, probably this kind of, I'm throwing that digit, but probably $20-30 trillion coming into crypto in the next 5 to 10 years. That's my call, right? If not more. I mean, it will depend on the inflation a lot. When we're talking about inflation, with that inflation going consistently up, well, BTC is the real hedge against all that. BTC will preserve your buying power because it's scarce. There are only 21 million. That's it. At some point, believe it or not, BTC will be worth 1 million. One BTC is gonna worth $1 million. Then it's gonna worth more in the future. But I'm talking about the upcoming 5 years, let's say. In the next 5 years, we should see 1 million probably. That's why everyone who DCA for the next 5 to 10 years will become multimillionaire. And this is my personal humble opinion. It's just I'm observing the world situation. It is what it is. We cannot say that something is black when it's white. It's mass adoption is coming. That's why I'm intending to keep on dollar cost and average with my other portfolio, or having this side portfolio, which I'm intending to grow for the next 5 years. My intention is to go throughout this bull cycle. Then if there is bear cycle, because we don't know if there's going to be a bear market, maybe we will not see any bear market. It's going to be, my honest opinion is that the next bear cycle is not going to be providing those 90% pullbacks, especially for the bull chips, especially for Bitcoin, right? We'll see pullback, might be 50%, but it's not going to be that huge like the previous cycles, because the market overall is losing its volatility, because more and more people are joining, and more hands they're going to be holding. It's logical. When you have more and more people, it will be way harder to force them to sell by dumping. So from this point, my plan is to never completely go out of crypto. I have this side portfolio, which I'm going to continue this year and grow at least for the next five years. Then we'll see. The current hot fields are blue chips, of course, BTC, Ethereum, and Solana. USA-based companies because of the current Trump very pro crypto administration, RWA, AI, of course, and memes. Let's not deny memes, because, as I said, memes will be also covering the top 5 gainer spots for 2025 as well. We'll see though. But I would say with memes, you have to be extra careful. Look only at those who have solid fan base, have found good bottom after 8% pullback, etc. We did talk about it. So yeah, BTC is the future. It's the hedge against everything. We should see at some point BTC to overtake gold. As far as I remember, gold has a market cap of around 17, almost 18 trillion. So we will probably see at some point BTC to overtake that. I don't know when, but it has good chance to happen. I think that's all I wanted to say. Nothing is obviously a financial advice. It's just what I'm intending to do, what I'm doing. Do your own research. Do not believe anyone but yourself and your personal research, and do what's personally best for you and your portfolio. If you have questions, you can join my Discord, ask them there, or use the comment section below. And thanks for watching this long video, and I'll see you all with the next one.